I just realized I was muted. Sorry, guys. I have a habit of doing that. I was just saying, I hope you guys are having a good Friday so far. Hopefully some of you are enjoying the nicer weather that we have this week. Today I'm going to be doing the Arden. Now this has just arrived. We had half our shipment arrive, I think, on Tuesday, and then the other half arrived on Wednesday. So our staff have been busy putting it all away so that way it's available for you all. Hello, Nicole and Shelly and Deanna. I hope you are all having a wonderful day so far. So I will show off the Arden collection. I did email our online girly and so asked when she thinks this will be available in retail. If it's not available by today, fingers crossed, it should be up on the website for you to order today. It'll be available on Monday at least. But this is the newest Arden collection designed by the wonderful Katie Pertiet. She's got some awesome videos on her YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. She posts a lot on her Instagram. So if you're looking for something to do or you are curious, hello, Carl, then I would recommend checking out Katie's videos. I'm going to first start by showing off the new collection, and then I will get into crafting. All right, I'm going to flip my camera and take the sweater off because I all of a sudden just got super hot, probably with all these bright lights. Okay, so let's do some dyes. She's come out with some new sentiment dyes. We've got a nice Dream Big. Oh, Shelly is evacuated. I'm thinking because of the fires. Well, I'm praying for you, Shelly, and hopefully everything is okay and your house is okay. That's terrifying. And thank you, Shelly. She said, congrats on your engagement. I had to take my ring in, so I have a different ring. That's not my engagement ring. Anyway, I'm just checking the comments. All right, so this is Dream Big. It is a nice dye for, you could use it for scrapbooking as well as card making. It's a nice size for card making. Shelly said she grabbed all her fancy papers. Glad she's got her priorities. And then thank you. So those are the sentiments. There are 5 dies here. Then we have some little tags. And these 2 are a really nice size. Then we have a little bit larger tags and postage dies. All right, let's get into the stamps. So we have 3 stamps in this collection. This one is 3 separate stamps. Shelly said that she packed her fancy paper and she goes, almost forgot my hubby, LOL. That's hilarious. He's on his own. Hello, Linda. Then this nice, I think this is, multiple little stamps again. How many are in here? Does it say? 16 individual stamps. That's a lot. The last one was 3, and this one is 12. I love these flowers. They would also work, I think, really nicely with the fern stamp. And then you also have some sentiments and sayings in both the stamp sets. So again, those are the 3 new stamps. Then we have, let's do the papers last. Yeah, let's do the papers last. Next is the ephemera. I'm going to open it later, but I might as well open it. There's a lot in here. I should have grabbed a little basket to put them in, but you've got flowers, you've got little pieces that you could use for, you could stamp a sentiment in it. You could use it on the inside of a card. You could use it for scrapbooking. Then you also have some butterflies, some little sayings, little decorative elements. There are some flowers as well. Or not flowers. Yeah, there are flowers in here. There we go. And then set that aside. We have the laser cuts. So these are printed on both sides. So there's 2 sheets. So on one side, where there is writing and sentiments on all of her laser cuts, they're like this. The reverse is blank. So if you have a sentiment you want to write, or if you have something you want to stamp, it's left blank on the back, so you can personalize it more for your own use. And then again, the front is got the writing. It's just the reverse. Then the next are the kind of more flower and butterfly elements. Same thing. Oops, double-sided. Yes, I really love the laser cuts as well. Then we've got some rub-on transfers. I also love the rub-on transfers. I will definitely use this. So I'm going to open it up and just show you. I can't find where it opens. There we go. So there are 2 of each sheet. Just going to pull them. And then this has tons of sayings and sentiments as well. So 2 of each. And then the papers. So there are 2 paper pads. They coordinate with color. On the patterned one, got some lovely designs. These are page starters is the collection. So it's meant for journaling and scrapbooking. However, we're going to use it for card making today. And I have been getting into journaling. I just finished 2 journal pages using Ciao Bella product. It hasn't been released yet, so I can't show you guys. I will eventually. But this, yeah, I might do a journal today. So you can add a photo in here. I am going to end up, oh, it's double-sided as well. So you've got some just pattern on the reverse. That's beautiful paper. And there are 2 of every design. This is a lot more colorful than the last release. The last release had a lot more greens, but this has got more like pink, green, blue, and yellow, which I really love. Happy Friday, Marianne. Yes, it is beautiful paper. I'm going to use that. And then we've got just some, they're solids, but they are got a little bit of texture to them. This is Arden. So this is not on the website yet. However, it should be by the end of the day. I'm hoping. Oh, I just got an email actually back. So he said, I just heard from our online. I was just reading that email. So this is the Arden papers. So these will be released today. So you'll be able to see it. However, it takes a while for our inventory to catch up. So when you first see it, everything will probably say sold out. Just give it a few hours and the inventory should be added, and then you can place your order. And if you want a reminder for whenever it goes available, you can put your email in where it says like notify me when available. You put it in there and you'll get notified as soon as it becomes available. But we have lots of them. Yeah, I'm not sure where the spellbinders came from either. So you can see there's a little bit of texture, but it is not too textured. So it's got a little bit on the back. It's not too in your face. It's much more subtle for backgrounds. And these colors, I'm just going to flip through it, not show every single page like I did before. The colors all coordinate with the paper pad that I just showed off. No, it's not velvet. It's just a matte cardstock. And it is 200 GSM, both papers. All right, let's get creative. So I'm going to use, I think, let's do the reverse side. I think I'm gonna have to do pink because pink is my favorite, as you all know. There's also like an orangey. Let's do this one. Okay, I'm gonna take that out. And that's what's on the reverse. You actually could, well, I am gonna only need half of it, so could cut that in half and use it for a card. But I'm gonna do it, I think, landscape. So I'm cutting it to 4x6. I'm going to do it a little bit smaller though, an eighth of an inch smaller, so that way I can have a frame. Actually, I'm going to do 2 frames. Maybe I'll do this even smaller. I'm going to do 3 3/4 of an inch. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then I'm going to do a matting layer with the coordinating color. Just deciding what one. I think I want this one. That one looks good, but we're going to do that one. And I'm going to do this an eighth of an inch larger. So this will be 3 7/8 of an inch by 6 7/8 of an inch. And then I will have a perfect little frame that will then fit. Hopefully I cut that one right. It'll go over top of a white frame, which I need to, I think I have one here. Just want to make sure my measurements, yep. So I will already have my frame pieces. Yes, Nicole said go pink. You know me so well, Nicole. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the rub-ons, and then we'll see what we do because I love the rub-ons. There is this really pretty flower, which I might have come off the side. I love the butterflies. I think I'm going to use the 3 butterflies, and then I might use this. Okay, use my scissors. I'm going to cut out this section first. And the reason I'm cutting it, as opposed to just peeling the backing off, if anyone is curious, just because sometimes this will accidentally, if I pull the whole thing off and don't cut it, other pieces will end up sticking to things that I don't want, and then it ruins the rub-on transfers. So I might add this kind of coming from the side. Never too many butterflies. You got that right? Like that. Then my popsicle stick. And I'm actually going to just put this behind because I don't want to accidentally get any on my glass mat. It'll come off easily, but it's less work for me in the future having to try and peel it off my glass mat. Okay, I'm going to slowly peel and make sure that I've got everything transferred. Perfect. So I've got that added, and then I have a little bit left over. You can kind of see it there. So I'm going to add that on the other side. There's also some splatters in the background too, which will add some nice texture. Okay, so I've added those rub-ons. I am actually debating on adding a stamp, or do I add these rub-ons to the bottom? Decisions. I think let's cut out the butterflies, and I'm going to place them in place, and I'll see what I'm thinking. I'm going to lift this up too, so you can kind of see in the surrounding areas, you've got lots of extra texture. It's focusing on the wrong thing. Come on. Well, you guys got to see it for a short minute. Okay, so that will go, I think, in the middle here. I do need stuff at the bottom. There are these elements, but I could also stamp. But I could also add the flower. Let's add the flower. This pink flower, I feel like it needs a little bit of color in the bottom. So I'm going to cut out this flower, and I lost my piece of cardstock. Where did I put that? There it is. Have that come from the bottom, like so. Oops, I'm rubbing on the last transfer thinking that it was, actually I will bring you closer. I always forget, I'm zoomed out usually. I'm going right along the edge, but trying not to go off the edge because I want to save as much flour as I can off of it. Then I can maybe reuse it in a corner for another project or even the same project. Just don't want to transfer too much off on the scrap paper. And then slowly peel. Oh, perfect. I do have a little bit hanging off, as you can see, so I'm just going to grab a sander. And there you go. Okay, I've got flour there. I feel like I do now need more flour somewhere. Let's see. Just going to add the leftover pieces from the bottom of the flour that I just added. Perfect. And then there are some other little splatters, so I am going to cut out this pink splatter that you see. And I'm going to add this to the top right. If I can peel it, there we go. Come on, I'm having a hard time peeling these days. Nails. All right. Now I think I'm gonna add my butterflies, which, where did I put them? Right here. In the middle. I did do a card similar to this last time, and I loved it, so that's why I'm doing it again. And rub, rub, rub. These more solid images I find take a little bit longer to rub because there's more areas to rub on. Okay, let's see. I need to get a pick tool. Yes, transfers have definitely improved. All right, slowly peel. Wow, easy peasy. Okay, now I'm going to add a transfer sentiment. So this is going to be, I guess, a rub-on transfer card. Let's... All the rubbing counts as exercise. I agree. Ink blending too. Anytime I ink blend, I normally get an arm workout. Let's do You are awesome, I think is what I'm going to go for. I just got to figure out how I want to cut this out. And then I might add another little butterfly. We shall see. Again, the peeling I'm having a hard time with. There we go. Right at the top, centered over the butterflies. Now this one I've got to make sure I've got perfectly transferred on the page because I don't want any missing letters. I'll pick that tool again. Wow, look at how perfect and clean that is. So easy. This is a fun way to get exercise, that's for sure. All right, honestly, I feel like that's done. Let's finish it up. Oh, I just noticed I have a little bit hanging off the side. I didn't clean that up before I do anything. I'm going to clean it. Grab my sander. And I'm actually just going to do it on all the edges to make sure it's all perfect. Now we can glue that down. I love rub-ons. We don't have a whole lot of them. Like, not many of the brands that we carry come out with them. So I love that Arden does them, and they also do like beautiful ones. So they're fun to use. There's also rub-ons from the 2 collections ago, the Hidden Creek. There wasn't one for the last one, the Vintage Makers. And then I'll frame that. It is a very pretty collage card, and it was so easy to do. Also, I didn't need any die cutting or anything. So if there are any beginners out there, the rub-on transfers are perfect because you don't need any of those big, expensive tools. All right. One done. If I can pick it up. There we go. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's do another one. I think I'm going to use the ephemera for the next one. Got one with the, and I also have lots of leftover rub-ons. I might come back to it. We shall see. Okay, I've got a card base, but I think I might do it on top of paper again. Not that one. Let's do, thanks, Nicole. Let's do a green one. Actually, no, we'll do a blue one because green was 2 collections ago. There was lots of green, so I want to do something a little bit that stands out from the other cards I've done. Oh, I just realized you could also use the back as a matting layer. Just realized that. I am debating. I might cut it using the front side. So let's do that. I'm going to I don't want to cut too much of this main focus off, so I think I'm going to kind of cut around it. I need to cut a little bit more off because this is going to be under 4. This will be 3 3/4 of an inch. By 5 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that is what we have. I'm going to do the background layer since I already have my paper trimmer out. So I'm going to find the piece that would work best. That works. There's also a nice light blue on the reverse, but I want something to stand out a bit more. All right, we are going with this one. And these are the same dimensions as the last card I did. So I'm going to do this 3 7/8 of an inch by 6 7/8 of an inch. And then that will be the matted layer. All right, let's see what we can do with some ephemera. So I'm going to just kind of spread this out. Obviously, I'm going to use some flowers and butterflies, but I'm curious too. I could add this like here in front of the frame, and I could add like a butterfly down here. I could add could do 2 little butterflies. Really stick to the like monochromatic with the blues. Then I could add, oh, actually I might do sweetest friends. Do we like that? I feel like that was really easy, but I actually really like how it turned out. You can always add like a little tab there just for decoration. I feel like I quite like how that turned out. I think I might leave it like that, and then maybe we'll do another one. There's also this kind of decoration in the corner we could add. I think I like that too. And okay, let's start gluing this down. I think I want to 3D some of it though, so I'm going to grab my foam pads. I'm going to use my 1 millimeters. Here they are. So, or maybe I should ink it a bit too. No, I'm not going to ink it yet. Maybe we'll see how many cards I do today. I should have timed Emily 4 minutes. I know, right? I think that's a record-breaking time for how quickly I've made a card. I'm very indecisive too. So usually it's not that it like, I don't like what I'm making, but sometimes I'm like, oh, but this might look better. And then I try it and I'm like, oh no. And then you just get so many ideas. So put that there. Actually, center it a bit better. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to add my butterflies with 1 millimeter foam pads as well. And I am debating to do the big one. I am now playing around with this. Okay, let's see if I can move this down. Hopefully I didn't put too much pressure. Okay, I can move it still. I'm going to move it down. I didn't realize it was a bit higher than I originally had it. That's good. And then I just want to sneak one back here now that it's moved down a bit. Okay. I think I'm just going to go back to what I was doing. Take another butterfly. That one is too big. I really love this collection. It's, I think all the colors, I think the colors are brighter in this one than the last ones. The Vintage Makers was definitely more browns. And then put that in the corner. these I'm going to put down now. And these foam pads are literally perfect. They are not too big. Place that. And then the sweetest, if I can pick up, there we go, it flipped over. And I think the top might end up hanging off. No, it doesn't. Okay. I've never been able to, Deanna is surprised that I was able to take that foam pad off and remove it again. It might be the foam pads I'm using. I use the Hunky Dory and I do find them pretty forgiving, but I don't normally apply like too much pressure. That also could be it. And it also sometimes depends on the paper. Sometimes if it's like a thinner paper or the coating is a little bit different, it'll rip. I have had it rip before, but that was just luck. Emily could make a nice card out of a stick of butter. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to mount it and see if I want to add anything else. Oh, I'm loving how these are turning out. I feel like I need to do a stamped card next. I did one ephemera, one of the, what's this called? Rub-ons. Actually, I need to make sure that's the right size. Yes, it is. All right, that was easy. I think I might just stick to cards, actually. I don't think I'm going to do a journal. Okay, so these are 2 we have so far. Can you tell I love butterflies? There's lots of butterflies in here. Hello, Janet. I just finished these 2 cards. Yes, I do have a whole store to pick from. Actually, a whole warehouse to pick from, so it makes my life pretty easy. Okay, let's do one with stamping, and I'm sure I'll probably add either some laser cuts or something to it. I forgot I had those, actually. Let me bring this back, and let's just see if there's any laser cut. I wonder if these heart things, like the little button, heart button. I'm going to pop it out and see what it looks like. I'll add it. Doesn't hurt. Just going to see if I can get the foam pads on without sticking out through the holes. I think I'm going to need to get my teeny tiny ones. They're so small. Look at how small these are. Tiny. Never too many butterflies. I agree. Okay, now I need my hook tool. I gave my friend one of these and she loves it. So if you don't have it, you are 100% missing out. You know what? That's too small. I'm going to just cut these with my scissors that I can't. There they are. Cut it in half, and it's perfect now. Okay, add that butterfly, or not butterfly, heart just to the bottom corner. Just something extra. Okay, stamps. What stamps should I use? I saw Katie do something with this that looked really nice, but I also really like these, but I don't have any of my watercolors, so I might just do these. Okay, let's start with this, and I think I'm going to do it on the patterned paper again, or do I do it? I might do it on one of these softer ones. So I'll do, I think, what color? Not pink. I already did pink. Not blue. Let's do, this is like a greeny yellow. Yeah. Like a yellowy green color, kind of. Okay, I'm going to cut this to, yeah, I'm going to cut it to 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4 of an inch. Then this one is going to be 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then once I'm done stamping and everything, that will get mounted on. You can see it's got a nice border. Okay. I feel like I'm on a roll today. I've already got 2 cards done and it's only been 40 minutes. I know, card 3. Okay. Let's do a landscape because I've done 2 portrait and no landscape. So I'm going to grab my stamping platform. And I'm going to place that in here. I'm actually going to use some tape to hold it in because with the new stamps, it's going to lift my paper. I have no doubt about that. So I just want to add tape for extra security because the magnets aren't always strong enough. So please don't go anywhere on me. Do not move, paper. I am obviously going to add these for more strength. I'm going to start, I might layer 2. I might do it in the corner and maybe have like a sentiment or maybe rub something on over here or just do a little, we'll figure it out. And I'm using my stamping platform because I didn't grab a acrylic block big enough. This would be really awkward to do. And I also love my stamping platform. So I'm going to start it off the page a bit, not all the way up. I think like that. And I'm going to do this in, I think, some varieties of green. Gotta be careful not to lose those. So I've got some VersaFine Clair inks. Just gonna grab them out. Right, I've got 3 greens. That should work. Just hope it's not too dark. Just gonna coat that stamp. Stamp that. Find a baby white. I like watching a craft triathlete. We do have sticky mats. But yes, it would be smart to do that. All right, I'm going to peel this out and use the other stamp in a different color. Just carefully peel that. So the other one I didn't use. Perfect. And I think I'm going to overlap it like so. Actually, do I want to do that and then that? Maybe, okay, I'm going to do the edge. I have to take that out. I'm going to move this around. Put that tape back. Oh, okay, just ignore I made a smudge, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to do some off the side. And I'm going to do this in the spruce, which actually I'm going to test that color first because I have a feeling it'll be okay. It's a bit, I find a bit bluer. It's got a bit of blue in it. So I wasn't too keen, but you know what? We're going with it. I didn't grab too many green colors, so this is what I have. Okay, pull that off. And then wipe this stamp up. And we're going to stamp again, but I am actually just going to flash this with some heat quickly so it doesn't, since it's wet, so I don't smudge it again. Exactly. Smudge is a wee bit of pollen. You can kind of see it there. Okay, I'm just going to dry it very quickly. It's dry enough. I'm just going to tape that back and take this stamp out. And we'll stamp it again, I think in the rainforest color. Debating, do I do rainforest? You guys tell me, should I do rainforest or the same color I used last time? Because I'm afraid, is that going to look funny? Too many greens. What shall I do? The same color or rainforest? The rainforest is a good, nice dark green rainforest. Okay, thank you, Nicole. We're doing rainforest. Yeah, that was a good call. Okay, dry that again quickly. I'm debating if I do another one. I just don't want it to be too busy. We'll dry it and then I'll decide while I'm drying it. Okay, I thought about it, and I think I'm going to leave it for two reasons. One, I don't have any other greens, and I don't want to have two of the same green, and then it look funny. So I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to, I think, add some butterflies maybe. So first, let's figure out what I want in the corner that I left kind of blank. I'm just going to remove the stamp that I have on my platform. And There are says you are the best, you are kind, for you friend, hello. Maybe we'll just do hello. That was a long thought. Could do it in the middle, could do it on the side, could do it here. I think I'm gonna do it at the bottom. Oh, but I don't know. There's too many decisions to make. Oh boy, this is tough. Okay, I'm gonna leave the sentiment. No, I have to put it now because I'll put butterflies. I think I'm gonna do the sentiment maybe in the bottom. Let's do that. You guys should see me when I actually have time to create. It's like I take a long time to create when I have time. Okay, just remove the tape that'll get stuck. And just hope this doesn't move. This I'm going to do in black, and then I might color it later with a marker to make it green inside. So I'm going to grab my black ink. All right. Hello. Now butterflies. So it comes with I think that's a bee, a side butterfly, and the front facing butterfly. So I'm going to do a butterfly, and I'm going to use my stamping block because this is going to be quicker. What color? I'm tempted to do pink, but that won't go very well, I don't think. I could do black. I think I'm going to do black because that'll stand out more and it'll be easier. So I can remove that. Add a butterfly down here. Make sure that is nice and coated so it looks like it's flying. Okay, one butterfly. Now I'm going to use the other one. Where did the other one go? The side profile. Put it on the opposite side. No, it might get ink on it. I think I'm going to do that up here. Make sure it's really coated, nice solid. I changed my mind and I moved my stamp. Oh no, this is not gonna. Okay, not too bad. I accidentally smudged it a little bit when I placed it. Okay, 1, 2. Might add another solid one, but then in the other stamp set, there are these little combination ones. Let's do it. I want a variety, so. Take that. I might have this one go there. And then I'm not going to have any of the same stamps since that's what I look like. It looks like I'm doing. So there's an even smaller butterfly here that I might put. I might actually put a transfer. Hold on, I'm stuck everywhere. And now I'm thinking I might add this sentiment stamp up here too. So I'm going to leave up there, and I'm going to add this down here. There's one more, my last butterfly stamp that was in this set. Oops. This itty bitty one here I'm going to pull out. Thank you, Shelley. I really do hope the best for you and that the fires go away, because, yeah, it's terrifying. I'll all be thinking of you. Everybody in the comment section. Okay, this one we'll put... And for those who don't know, Shelley lives in Saskatchewan. She's got lots of fires going on there. Okay. That is done. I'm going to quickly, again, maybe I should wipe my fingers so I don't get ink anywhere. Flash that with some heat just to dry it quickly. I think I will add that other stamp. So I'm going to grab my stamping platform. Actually, I'm looking at these. No. Okay, we're going back with the stamps. Okay, peel that off. Grab the platform. Carefully magnetize this because it is still very wet. And I am going to, I think, put some tape here. Hopefully it stays down. And just extra security. Fingers crossed, nothing moves. Okay. Let's do, it says hello, so we could do everyday adventures, everyday adventures, everyday adventures, or say yes to new adventures. Let's do that. Say yes to new adventures. Yes, everyone. I don't know if you can see all the comments, Shelley, but there's comments from Facebook that you might not be able to see because you're on or YouTube, but people are praying for you. Gosh, I might be covering the butterfly. Okay, I think I've just got it to fit. Okay, do this in black. I lost my black ink. I've accidentally put the wrong lid on the wrong ink pad. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to carefully, because it's still wet, mount this. Actually, do I want to mount it? I kind of want, let me see. I was thinking of doing some, just blending some like brown around the edges to make it a bit more rustic. So I think I'll hold off on mounting it. And then after it dries, I'm going to just around the edge add some brown ink to make it look a bit more vintage and rustic, I think. All right, so that is the third card I did using the stamps. And then the second card I did using the ephemera. And the first card using the rub-on transfers. All right, let's do a giveaway. And then, next week, I will not be live, but there will be a recording of some sort. I am attending my sister-in-law's graduation. So for the question, this is going to be a hard one, so get ready. What's the name of this collection? And the winner is going to get, let's do the, where is it? The solids, like the paper, and then I'll do the ephemera as well. Okay, Nicole, congrats. Nicole, you have won. It is Page Starters. That is the name of the collection. So you've won this, and there'll be ephemera as well. All right, thank you guys for watching. It's always nice to have lots of you live with me, seeing all your comments. And Shelly, we will all be thinking of you. Fingers crossed everything goes well your way, and hopefully all those fires just disappear. All right, I'll see you all. Well, you'll see me next week. I won't be live, but I'll be live in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.